Hello and welcome to the OS Performance YouTube channel. My name is Logan and I'm going to be your host today for today's video. OS Performance is a local automotive shop here in beautiful Cincinnati, Ohio, located right across the river in northern Kentucky. We specialize in mostly German cars, you know, Mercedes, BMW, Audi, Volkswagen, and Porsche. And today for our first video, we wanted to dip into some cars that OS Performance has worked on, and that is something that everyone loves, and that's a 5-cylinder turbocharged Audi RS3. And today we have such a great lineup, so let's just jump right into it. Our first car here in this RS3 lineup is a 2018 Nardo Gray RS3 here, stage 3 hybrid turbo. I'm here with the driver Dan. How we doing today, man? So kind of give me the run through on what we have here. This is basically a fully built motor, right? You have rods and pistons and...
Yeah, for sure. So I've had the car for about 3.5 years. Picked it up in Chicago when these things were first starting to get hot. Did a couple of mods, realized it was going to go further than that. Got hooked up with the Audi Club here in Cincinnati. Met Matt at OS Performance, and me and Matt got to talking about what we wanted the build to look like. I'd already done a couple of things. I had lowered the car, done an intake, things like that, but knew that doing the motor build was kind of out of my scope of performance. So Matt got involved. He tore the motor out, pistons, rods, fuelings, injectors, put a Turbo Engineers turbo on it, and right now it dyno's right at 700 wheels. So we're pretty happy with the build. It's been a lot of fun.
Now, what can you expect for others, like what you're looking at price-wise for something like this, from going from stock to where you're at now?
Yeah, you know, I think I wasted some money along the way because I started with different tunes that ultimately had to upgrade. I would definitely talk to Matt because everything's a little variable. I'd say if you want to do a full build, plan on probably spending somewhere between 25 and 30K all in. That's all the fuelings, that's all the parts, that's the turbos, that's the accessories. But I definitely talked to Matt.
Yeah,
he knows
absolutely.
what he's talking about.
And that's, I'd say that's a pretty average price for a built Audi. You know, these days, even, you know, your 5 cylinders, your 10 cylinders, I mean, that's, you know, a built motor is no joke. So, but dude,
it's running twice the power it came with, so I'm pretty happy with that.
Absolutely, man. Well, I appreciate you coming out here and talking with us and showing us your car, man.
It's our pleasure. Thanks for having me.
So as we segue over from this 2018 Nardo here, we got a black 2019 RS3. I'm here with Aaron, the owner. And kind of walk us through what we got here. You got, what would you say, like what stage would you say this is?
It's stage 1 plus from Unitronic, stage 2 TCU transmission tune, stage 1 plus E85.
Okay.
It's got the 4-inch inlet, turbo inlet, 4-inch Unitronic intake. You can see all the carbon fiber. The DSG catch can, the oil catch can for the transmission with the extra clamping pressure of the TCU tune. They recommended the oil catch there. And then you'll see the fuel sensor to check my E content. We usually try and stick around E70 for this tune. The low pressure fuel pump doesn't usually like.
But E85 is so worth it.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. So
I have a B5 S4 on E85 and it's a huge difference from pump gas.
I'm thinking it's 192 extra horsepower over stock.
Dude, 200
so
free
this
horsepower.
makes about 600 crank horsepower.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah, it'll definitely hold its own with plenty of cars out there.
Yeah. And like with Dan's car here, can you tell us what you're looking at price-wise from stock to where you're at now? Yeah,
with the dog bone mount for the transmission and the motor, and then all the bolt-ons and the catch can, we're looking at about $5,500.
Yeah,
with labor included.
Nice. Dude, that's not a bad price. Well, Aaron,
200 horsepower for $5 grand. I'll take it.
Yeah. Dude, well, thanks for bringing it out here and showing us today. And dude, let's keep on going.
Yeah.
And let's bring our attention from this black one here to a 2018 Daytona Gray RS3 here. I'm here with the driver, Jared.
Hey, how are you?
And
doing great, man. I mean, we got a beautiful day here in Cincinnati. Tomorrow's the first day of the Bengals, man. Who day. But more importantly here, what do we got going on here? Now, you have a similar setup to Aaron over here, right?
Yes, like very similar. So Unitronic stage 1 plus ECU, and then stage 2 TCU tune.
You're running just regular pump 93?
Exactly, yep.
Regular pump 93, that's awesome. And so what would you say like are your gains from something like this, as far as like from stock numbers to where you're at right now?
Yeah, so on 93, it's right around probably just over 100 horsepower or so. If I went with E85, which I have flex fuel sensor to upgrade to E85, 185 at any time. It would probably be closer to 200-ish or so.
Yeah. And do you have like a turbo inlet on this at all?
Yes.
Or anything?
Yep. So Unitronic 4-inch turbo inlets, intake, and then Unitronic
Intercooler,
as
front
well.
mount intercooler.
Yep.
Nice, awesome. Any exhaust work on it, right?
Just the mid pipes.
Just the mid pipes, which I think is just tasteful on these cars. It brings it up just enough to where it's not excessive, but it's like you can still be quiet when you want to be.
Agreed.
So man, so what would you look at again, like price wise for something like this going from stock to where you're at now? Close.
Right around $5,000 or so.
$5
so
grand. That's
very
awesome.
reasonable.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's $5 grand with reliability too. You know, you probably haven't had a single issue with this car.
Not an issue whatsoever.
Awesome. Well, dude, hey, thank you so much again
Thank you.
for having us
Appreciate
out
it.
here today, and let's keep it going.
All right, now that we've already seen these 2018, 2019 RS3s and what they are doing and what they are capable of, let's focus on here into the future of the RS3 platform. I'm here joined with Mr. Tim Mays himself. Give me a fist bump there, man.
There
Cool, don't leave me hanging. This is the new 2022 Targa Red Audi RS3 wide body, which I just learned today. This is called the wide body chassis on it.
Wide body chassis.
And Tim, tell us about yourself. You got the shirt on. You're an Audi enthusiast.
Yes, I'm the president of the Kentucky chapter of the North American Audi Club. And I picked the RS3 over the RS5 because I wanted to experience the 5-cylinder magic,
Yeah.
and it delivers in spades. So I'm really happy with the car, the handling, the build quality is there. It's the future of mods. As I get older a little bit, maybe 500 horsepower is just about where I'm gonna.
Nice.
Yeah,
And that, dude, and with these modern drivetrains and dual clutch transmissions, 500 horsepower feels like 800, you know, or 1,000. I mean, it's just there's not a lot of powertrain loss in these cars. This car is completely stock. And but yeah, I just want to show you guys some more details of it. And Tim, thank you for having us out here today, man.
Thank you.
I'm here with Mr. Matt Lawners himself. He's the owner of OS Performance, and he brought this RS6 here out just last minute here.
Just check this thing out. It just looks so good.
You will see this in the future. We got some good ideas coming up ahead that we're going to use this car against either B5 S4 or other twin turbo brothers or sisters out there. All right, so it's been a few days since we've showcased those other RS3s, but we had some customers that weren't able to make it that day that also are RS3 owners, such as this one-of-one red chrome wrap RS3 Stage 2 Plus that we have here today. So let's check it out. This car is definitely stunning alone with this wrap, but also has all of the carbon bits. Look at this. From the engine cover there to the intake manifold, the big, beautiful integrated engineering intake with the elbow, this little carbon trim here on the front, all the way to the mirrors, and of course, a nice little ducktail carbon splitter there in the rear. Now you guys can follow this owner here at Red Chrome Wrap. This wrap is a 101. What's up, y'all? This thing is sick. This guy's been a customer here at OS Performance a few times. Today, he was just here getting some new spark plugs for the Stage 2 tune to help it run a lot better. This car has a set of VMR wheels on it, wrapped with some Michelin Pilot Sport Cup 2s. This car is optioned with the RS carbon ceramic brakes there. Yeah, this thing is a slick machine. This car was participant in the Crown Rally. So there you guys have it. There's been quite a few different examples of what we've done with RS3s here at OS Performance. Of course, if you like what you see, give us a like, give us a subscription, a follow, leave a comment down below of what you want to see as far as other cars that we might have in our fleet. And yeah, we'll see you later. Have a good one.